democracy in Osun State. Primary elections in Osun State in line with the provisions of our constitution, which allow for either direct primaries. We have resolved that the governorship election in Osun State will be conducted on the basis of direct primaries, which means every card-carrying member of our party will participate in the process of nominating the flag bearer of the party who will contest the governorship election on our party platform.
The party during its NWC meeting expressed confidence on all 17 candidates for the Osun elections. Francis Etuko, PTV News, Abuja.
Still on APC story now, many leaders of the All Progressives Congress are convinced that Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom would be convinced to remain in the party. One of them is the National Auditor, George Moalu, who described Ortom's comments as pure politics, which will soon be resolved. He argued that it was normal to have differences within a political party.
Politics is happening. It's all about interest. I keep telling people that APC, like every other human organization, interest will certainly at one point or the other clash. So what I think now that's happening is politics, and I think it's going to be resolved. That's my confidence. By the grace of God, will be resolved. And then we'll come back to where we are. The important thing is that interests must clash, and the issue here is how to what extent are you manage the interests. So I'm sure that we have the capacity to manage the interests. And I'm very confident that in a matter of days, those issues will be resolved. We like Ortom so much. We also like the George Akume and all the leaders so much. We need everybody because it's a big political family. We don't want to lose anybody. We're going to bend over backwards to make sure that everybody is accommodated. We'll visit, we'll consult to make sure that everybody is accommodated. So for me, nothing new has happened.
Ekiti State Governor-elect Kayode Fayemi has received his certificate of return from the Independent National Electoral Commission. He used the opportunity to again assure the people that they would enjoy benefits of good governance from October 16 when he takes over power. Fayemi also commended INEC for doing what he described as an excellent job. And contrary to the claims of ruling PDP, Fayemi says that the election was, quote, seamless, free and fair, credible and violence-free, unquote. Deputy Governor-elect BC Egbeyemi also received his certificate of return at the ceremony. Still on Ekiti elections, a coalition of domestic and international election observers who monitored the July 14 Ekiti elections say it fell short of global practices and electoral standard. The observers, who are representatives from 50 domestic organizations, human rights groups, and international election observer bodies, based their report on lapses noticed in the conduct of the election, especially the role of security agencies. They praised INEC for conducting the election in line with global and constitutional dictates, but faulted the deployment of 30,000 policemen for the election. The observers stated that the process was characterized by ballot box snatching, poor conduct by some security operatives, and vote buying. The Independent National Electoral Commission is not prepared, rather, to go back on plans to end the ongoing continuous voters registration on August 17th. It, however, intends to resume vote registration after the 2019 general elections. INEC Chairman Mahmood Yakubu disclosed this at a meeting with state resident electoral commissioners in Abuja. Emmanuel Bagudu reports.
This is INEC's first public gathering after the Ekiti election. Resident electoral commissioners from all 36 states of the Federation, including the FCT, are meeting with the Commission's leadership. But before they go into a closed-door session, there was a pronouncement on the continuous voters registration.
After wide-ranging consultations with stakeholders, the current exercise will be suspended on 17th August 2018 to resume after the 2019 general elections. So far, a total of 10,292,647 Nigerians have been registered.
The Commission also touched on the next major election on its calendar.
These by-elections will offer the Commission yet another opportunity to fine-tune our processes and procedures in preparation for the Osun State governorship election and ultimately the 2019 general elections. We wish to once again reassure Nigerians that the Commission will continue to improve on the quality of our elections, drawing from the lessons learned from the collective experience of having conducted elections into 181 constituencies since the 2015 general elections.
Dynamic leadership is expected to trash out a number of controversial issues trailing the electoral process as it prepares for next year's general elections. Emmanuel Bagudu, PTV News, Abuja.
The Independent National Electoral Commission will on Friday announce the dates for by-elections for vacant seats in the National and State Assemblies. INEC Chairman Yakubu Mahmood made this known in Abuja. He explained that the by-elections would be held to fill the vacant Bauchi South and Katsina North seats in the Senate, Lokoja Koton Cafe Federal Constituency in Kogi, and Obudu 1 State Constituency in Cross River. This, according to the Commission, is after receiving formal notification on their vacancies.
The Commission is set to conduct by-elections to fill the vacancies in the 4 constituencies, which have a total million registered voters spread across 3,355 polling units in 234 wards and 22 local government areas. Consultations with stakeholders in the affected states are ongoing. Considering the requirement of the law that such elections shall be conducted by the Commission within 30 days following the declaration of vacancy, we are planning to conduct all the 4 elections on the same date in all the 4 states across the 4 geopolitical zones.
Barely 14 hours after a group of youths in Edo State decried Governor Godwin Obaseki's governance style, another group has hailed him. The youth wing of the All Progressives Congress passed a vote of confidence on him for involving youths in his policy, initiative and programs. APC Youth Edo Youth leader Valentine Asuen made this known while speaking with newsmen in Benin. Asuen was reacting to allegations by Tony Adu, the Edo South APC Youth leader, that Obaseki had no plans for the youth in the state. He said Adu was wrong when he said he was speaking on behalf of the youth in the state. And that's the much we can take on PTV today. Many thanks for watching. I'm Daniel Wawoso.
Did you know that PTV remains the best place to showcase those lovely goods and services of yours? Yes, with our visibility in 36 states of Nigeria and over 50 countries of the world, we definitely have the tallest reach. What are you waiting for? Book your adverts now. Call us with the number displayed on your screen.
You're watching People's Television, your people's preferred station, powered by you.
For innovative research-based analysis, fresh news and programs, join us on PTV, the People's Oriented Station, transmitting on Star Times Channel 120, showing across 36 states in Nigeria, and Channel 77 on Strong Decoder across 52 countries. Yes, you asked for it. Now you have the best of television. You can also follow us on our social media platforms showing on your screen. People's Television, powered by you.
Did you know that PTV remains the best place to showcase those lovely goods and services of yours? Yes, with our visibility in 36 states of Nigeria and over 50 countries of the world, we definitely have the tallest reach. What are you waiting for? Book your adverts now. Call us with the number displayed on your screen.
You're watching People's Television, your people's preferred station, powered by you.
For innovative research-based analysis, fresh news and programs, join us on PTV, the People's Oriented Station, transmitting on Star Times Channel 120, showing across 36 states in Nigeria, and Channel 77 on Strong Decoder across 52 countries. Yes, you asked for it. Now you have the best of television. You can also follow us on our social media platforms showing on your screen. People's Television, powered by you.
Did you know that PTV remains the best place to showcase those lovely goods and services of yours? Yes, with our visibility in 36 states of Nigeria and over 50 countries of the world, we definitely have the tallest reach. What are you waiting for? Book your adverts now. Call us with the number displayed on your screen.
watching People's Television, your people's preferred station, powered by you.
For innovative research-based analysis, fresh news and programs, join us on PTV, the People's Oriented Station, transmitting on Star Times Channel 120, showing across 36 states in Nigeria, and Channel 77 on Strong Decoder across 52 countries. Yes, you asked for it. Now you have the best of television. You can also follow us on our social media platforms showing on your screen. People's Television, powered by you.
Did you know that PTV remains the best place to showcase those lovely goods and services of yours? Yes, with our visibility in 36 states of Nigeria and over 50 countries of the world, we definitely have the tallest reach. What are you waiting for? Book your adverts now. Call us with the number displayed on your screen.
You're watching People's Television, your people's preferred station, powered by you.
For innovative research-based analysis, fresh news and programs, join us on PTV, the People's Oriented Station, transmitting on Star Times Channel 120, showing across 36 states in Nigeria, and Channel 77 on Strong Decoder across 52 countries. Yes, you asked for it. Now you have the best of television. You can also follow us on our social media platforms showing on your screen. People's Television, powered by you.
Did you know that PTV remains the best place to showcase those lovely goods and services of yours? Yes, with our visibility in 36 states of Nigeria and over 50 countries of the world, we definitely have the tallest reach. What are you waiting for? Book your adverts now. Call us with the number displayed on your screen.
You're watching People's Television, your people's preferred station, powered by you.
For innovative research-based analysis, fresh news and programs, join us on PTV, the People's Oriented Station, transmitting on Star Times Channel 120, showing across 36 states in Nigeria, and Channel 77 on Strong Decoder across 52 countries. Yes, you asked for it. Now you have the best of television. You can also follow us on our social media platforms showing on your screen. People's Television, powered by you.
Did you know that PTV remains the best place to showcase those lovely goods and services of yours? Yes, with our visibility in 36 states of Nigeria and over 50 countries of the world, we definitely have the talent reach. What are you waiting for? Book your adverts now. Call us with the number displayed on your screen.
You're watching People's Television, your people's preferred station, powered by you.
For innovative research-based analysis, fresh news and programs, join us on PTV, the People's Oriented Station, transmitting on Star Times Channel 120, showing across 36 states in Nigeria, and Channel 77 on Strong Decoder across 52 countries. Yes, you asked for it. Now you have the best of television. You can also follow us on our social media platforms showing on your screen. People's Television, powered by you.
European imperial adventure in Nigeria was essentially an enterprise in exploitation. Early in the days of imperialism, economic policy, particularly in the field of banking and currency, were crafted for the benefit of the enterprise. Among the results of British adventurism in Nigeria was a successful demonetization of the traditional currencies in the 19th and 20th century. In their place was introduced the British monetary system, consisting of the coins and notes. These forms of money thus became a common denominator for economic exchange in colonial Nigeria. Following the attainment of political independence in 1960, Nigerian authorities had to introduce what might be described as truly Nigerian currencies. Nigeria has used various forms of currencies, including cowries and manillas during the British Nigerian colonial rule. Pounds and shillings was Nigeria's legal tender. On July 1, 1959, the Central Bank of Nigeria issued the first indigenous Nigeria currency in the denominations of 5 shillings, 10 shillings, and 1 pound notes, which saw the end to the West African Currency Board notes and coins, which has been in existence since 1912. As the saying goes, change is constant. On July 1st, 1962, the new government of Nigeria saw the need to change the legal tender status of the currency to reflect the country's new status. In 1963, following the attainment of a republican status, a political decision was taken to replace the existing currency note due to its misuse and as a war strategy. This was in compliance with the CBN Decree number 51 of December 30th, 1967. Since at the time of the decree, the country was engaged in a civil war that lasted between 1967 to 1970. To this end, a decision to remove all the stocks of the new notes to a branch of the CBN and all the sub-centers was taken in June 1964. Meanwhile, implementation began on July 1st, 1965. However, the old and new currency still bore pictures of Nigeria's main export commodity, cocoa, groundnut, and palm produce. In March 1971, the then head of state announced that Nigeria would change the decimal currency. As of January 1st, 1973, the Nigerian currency was decimalized. This development in the country's currency history did put an end to the use of Nigeria's pounds, shillings, and pence. Meanwhile, in their place came the naira and kobo. The major currency note was called naira, and it was equivalent to 10 shillings. The minor currency note was called kobo, 100 of which make 1 naira. 6 months to January 2nd, 1973, the date the new currency came into use, the CBN introduced coins in the value of 1 kobo, 10 kobo, and 25 kobo into the economy. The bank embarked on this line of action with a directive to shops and stores to fix prices of their commodity into the new as well as the old currency units. The advanced arrangement was meant to provide enough enlightenment to members of the public. On its birth, the Decimal Currency Board of the CBN, through its publicity unit, embarked on the distribution of posters, conversion table, leaflets, and other publications to educate the public on the decimalization arrangement. The 1970s experienced a significant increase in the volume of economic activities in Nigeria, with a phenomenal growth in the volume of commercial transactions coupled with the oil boom of the decade. On 2nd July 1979, for a takeoff, the new currency were in 4 various denominations of banknotes, which were 50 kobo, 1 naira, 5 naira, and 10 naira. The change that took place was a major one, and this involved both currency notes and coins. Meanwhile, the major unit of currency, which used to be 1 pound, ceased to exist, and the 1 naira, which was equivalent to 10 shillings, became the major unit. On 11th February 1977, after the assassination of the then head of state, General Murtala Muhammad, a new banknote of the denomination of the value of 20 naira was issued. This was special because it was the highest denomination to be issued then, and it became necessary then as a result of the economic growth. The 20 naira banknote became the first banknote in Nigeria bearing the portrait of a Nigerian citizen. In this case was the late head of state, General Murtala Muhammad, 1938 to 1976, who was the torchbearer of the Nigerian Revolution in July 1975. In 1984, the Nigerian military government of Muhammadu Buhari, in an attempt to legitimize its interruption of the democratic process through a military coup d'etat, directed the CBN to cause a change in the colors of the Nigerian currency. The exercise was designed to devalue the money alleged to have been stolen by Nigerian political leaders. In 1991, both the 50 kobo, 1 naira note were coins. It is believed that monetary reforms of this period, particularly the introduction of the 50 naira currency note, were carried out in response to increased private and privated spending resulting from Nigerians' excess oil revenue of the period. Some Nigerian currencies were recommended for redesign, but it was not accepted by certain sectors of the Nigerian society. Some Nigerians were inclined to believe that the demonetization of the smaller denomination was meant to depreciate the value of the currency.
soldiers helping Nigerian forces fight Boko Haram.
We will have to persuade Nigerian legislators.
This is
coming together or people who are confused.
Executive order should comply with the law. I personally dissociate myself completely.
From this interview, because you have said
there had hardly been any administration.
Under the law, no religious body in Nigeria.
Validate the claims by the INEC chairman. It is.
This particular reform heralded the erosion of coins in Nigeria and precipitated its waning use. Consequently, the 5 naira notes became the minimum denomination acceptable in the Nigeria. In response to the expansion in economic activities and to facilitate efficient payment system, the currency reforms continued in 1999 with the introduction of the 100 naira banknote. In the front view, the currency unit bears the portrait of Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Premier of Western Region of Nigeria in the 1950s and leader of the opposition party at the federal level in the 1960s. In its back view is a picture of the Zuma Rock. November 2000 and April 2001, the CBN issued 200, 500 banknotes respectively, with the former bearing the portrait of Alhaji Sir Ahmadu Bello, former Premier of the defunct Northern Region. On the back view of the currency denomination, pictures of heads of cattle, agricultural products, and the Nigerian coat of arms. The 500 naira denomination bears in its front view the portrait of Chief Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, Premier of the defunct Eastern Region and first Nigerian President between 1963 and 1966. It bears the Nigeria coat of arms on the reverse side. It also bears the Naira sign on both sides of the note. The latest currency denomination introduced in Nigeria was the 1,000 Naira currency note. This was introduced on the 12th of October 2005 by the Central Bank of Nigeria. Peculiar to this currency is that it bears in front views portraits of the past CBN governors: Alhaji Aliyu Mebronu, Governor of the Central Bank 1963 to 1969, and Dr. Clement Isong, Governor of the Central Bank 1967 to 1975. There is also a gold foil on the front of the note with the Nigerian coat of arms and the numeral 1000. Also peculiar to this denomination is that it is devoid of the Naira sign. The trend of higher currency denominations in Nigeria over the years has only testified to the fact that the Naira has depreciated against the dollar, pounds, and other advanced capitalist currencies of Here are the faces of Nigeria heroes that have graced the Nigerian currency over time.
You're watching People's Television, your people's preferred station, powered by you.
On Facebook, like our page and share our posts at People's TV NG. On Twitter, follow us at PTV_NG. Follow us on Instagram at PTVNG. Watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel, People's TV. Visit our website, www.ptvng.com. Subscribe now and join the conversation online. People's TV, People's Preferred Station.
Do you know that PTV remains the best place to showcase those lovely goods and services of yours? Yes, with our visibility in 36 states of Nigeria and over 50 countries of the world, we definitely have the tallest reach. What are you waiting for? Book your adverts now. Call us with the number displayed on your screen. That PTV remains the best place to showcase those lovely goods and services of yours. Yes, with our visibility in 36 states of Nigeria and over 50 countries of the world, we definitely have the tallest reach. What are you waiting for? Book your adverts now. Call us with the number displayed on your screen.
You're watching People's Television, your people's preferred station, powered by you.
Welcome to PTV Today. I'm Daniel Mwaboso. Nigeria has unveiled a new national carrier, Nigerian Air, to investors in London. Minister of State for Aviation, Hadi Sirika, also announced the color and name to investors at the ongoing Farnborough International Air Show in UK. He explained that it was in fulfillment of the promise made by President Muhammadu Buhari in 2015 to give the country a befitting national airline. Sirika assured Nigerians and the international community that government had learned a lot of lessons from the experience of the defunct Niger Airways and now determined not to repeat the mistakes that led to its demise. This, he said, informed the decision to take the public-private partnership approach. The minister also explained that the unveiling of the airline at the International Air Show was due to the fact that it was the largest congregation of global aviation industry players. The minister said the event gave the best opportunity to market the airline to prospective investors and register it in the minds of all stakeholders. Still on the aviation story, with the unveiling of the new logo and planned takeoff of Nigeria Air in December, a pro-Buhari group says President Muhammadu Buhari has gone beyond completing abandoned projects to resurrecting dead ones. The Buhari media organization said it was gratifying that the Nigerian Airways, which was killed in 2003, is being brought back to life 15 years after. In a statement signed by its chairman, Niyi Akin-Siju, and secretary, Kasidi Madueke, BMO applauded the move and noted that it was a further proof of President Buhari's commitment to correcting the wrongs of the past. The group reminded Nigerians that the new national carrier is just one aspect of an aviation master plan, which includes a maintenance, repair and overhaul center, as well as an aviation leasing company. BMO also commended the Minister of State for Aviation, Hadi Sirika, for running with the President's dream from planning to execution, while urging him to ensure that the December takeoff date is sacrosanct. Move on now to Kogi State, where police have confirmed that some constituency projects influenced by Senator Dino Melaye has been destroyed in Kogi State. The projects, including a block of 4 furnished classrooms, were set ablaze few hours to their inauguration. Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of operations, Mr. Monday Koyas, however, said the long arm of the law would catch up with the perpetrators sooner or later. He said the arson and other destruction were premeditated as the arsonists brazed with tires which they used other structures. Koya said the police had commenced investigation into the matter and will soon apprehend the perpetrators. Government officials who visited the scene also said Governor Yaya Bello has given security agencies a marching order to apprehend the arsonists. Away from that now, police operatives have arrested 22 suspected Boko Haram members, including 3 said to be sub-commanders of the terror group. State, Damian Chuku, who paraded the suspect in Maiduguri, said they were arrested after gun battles at different locations in the state. He added that some Boko Haram camps were destroyed during the operation, while several improvised devices were detonated by bomb experts. The police commissioner disclosed that 8 of the suspects were Boko Haram members and top commanders responsible for the kidnapping of Chibok schoolgirls and over 50 suicide bombs attack in Maiduguri and parts of Adamawa. Also in police custody is one Mohammed Bashir, who was identified as a member of the civilian JTF but supplied logistics for Boko Haram members. All Progressives Congress is worried about recent killings in Sokoto State. It's particularly concerned that the killings have continued unabated. APC National Chairman Adams Oshiomhole, however, charged security agencies to prove their competence and capacity to protect lives and properties of Nigerians.
These killings, like other killings elsewhere, whether in Zamfara State, whether in Benue State, whether in Plateau State, whether in Adamawa State, or indeed any other place, the NWC condemn all these killings in the strongest terms possible. We believe that every Nigerian, regardless of his location, has a right to life. And we admit that the irreducible minimum obligation of government is to protect lives and property. And therefore, we urge our security chiefs to do everything possible, not only to bring to justice all those involved in these senseless killings. This killings, like other killings elsewhere, whether in Zamfara State, whether in Benue State, whether in Plateau State, whether in Adamawa State, or indeed any other place. The NWC condemn all these killings in the strongest terms possible. We believe that every Nigerian, regardless of his location, has a right to life. And we admit that the irreducible minimum obligation of government is to protect lives and property. And therefore, we urge our security chiefs to protect lives and property. This
is demanding a full investigation into the murder of 4 policemen in Sabon Gida, Ora, Edo State. The bodies of the policemen were set ablaze by the assailants a few days after 7 police operatives were killed in Abuja. The federal lawmakers also made a case for the deployment of a joint security patrol in the affected area. Emmanuel Ehijene reports.
Truly with heavy heart that I bring to the notice of the House the terrible event of 14th of July that happened in my constituency.
This federal lawmaker is worried that these killings are becoming too rampant. He noted that the matter deserves attention.
And as disturbed at the junction we call Awusi Junction on Sabongida Ora Uzeba Road, unknown gunmen rounded them up, killed the whole 4 of them. They did not stop at that. They packed them back into the Hilux patrol van and set them ablaze.
Colleagues also condemned the spate of killings, particularly of police personnel, and cautioned on the danger if the trend is allowed to continue.
When you talk of budgetary allocation, the budget allocation allocated to the police, we are not even released in time by the Accountant General's office. They were not released for them to purchase equipment. They were not released to pay allowances to the men. So what are we talking about? Mr. Speaker, I think an urgent action needs to be taken about the implementation of this trust fund, this police trust fund.
I believe this House will take a proactive step by making sure that the list of policemen earn nothing less than 50,000 naira every month. Because today, there are many police that are earning
to forestall any act that will compromise their performance and alertness.
Now, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, if we remember how the Boko Haram started, they started by attacking the state. And what I mean by the state, they started attacking the police. It means that something is in the offing. If these people are going after police, it shows that, number one, they may have more sophisticated weapons than the police. So they have the guts to go after the police and
so there is need. This House, since we are vested with the power of appropriation, there is need for us to make funding available for more recruitment of policemen so that Nigeria will be properly policed rather than
action. Emmanuel Ehijene, PTV News, Abuja.
The weekly Federal Executive Council meeting was not held on Wednesday because of President Muhammadu Buhari's walking visit to the International Criminal Court of Justice. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, who is in the nation's capital, was, however, attending to the 10th National Development Summit on Traditional Rulers. No official reason was, however, given for the failure of the FEC meeting to hold, but there were indications that the meeting may not have been put off late on Tuesday, following the Vice President's tight schedule and visit to Katsina State to commiserate with victims of the flood in Katsina. The All Progressives Congress plans to pick its gubernatorial candidate for the September 22nd elections through direct primaries. This, according to the APC National Chairman Adams Oshiomhole, is the proper way to choose the best among 17 aspirants.
The party's Governor Yari as chairman of the panel that will oversee the elections.
This, for us, is the most democratic way to conduct election, and it's also in line with what our critical, I emphasize, critical stakeholders in that part of the state, that is what they want, and that we are quite happy to oblige. The whole idea is that the more we allow our party members to participate in the process of nominating candidates, to that extent we eliminate the issue of corruption or of monetizing the processes of nominating candidates. In addition to the fact that party members who have a sense of ownership of the outcome of the exercise, in order to ensure that the exercise is conducted by very competent men and women of proven character and integrity and who cannot be compromised. We have also decided to nominate a panel that will be chaired by the governor of the state, Governor Yari, who incidentally is also the chairman of Governors Forum.
Speaking on the just concluded Ekiti election, Oshiomhole charged the governor-elect, Kayode Fayemi, to ensure everyone is carried along.
We have decided that will be conducted on the basis of direct primaries, which means every card-carrying member of our party will participate in the process of nominating the flag bearer of the party who will contest the governorship election on our party platform.
The party, during its NWC meeting, expressed confidence on all 17 candidates for the Osun elections. Francis Etuko, TV News, Abuja.
Still on APC story now, many leaders of the All Progressives Congress are convinced that Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom would be convinced to remain in the party. One of them is the National Auditor, George Moalu, who described Ortom's comments as pure politics, which will soon be resolved. He argued that it was normal to have...
Politics is happening. It's all about interest. I keep telling people, APC, like every other human organization, interest will certainly at one point or the other clash. So what I think now that's happening is politics, and I think it's going to be resolved. That's my confidence. By the grace of God, will be resolved. And then we'll come back to where we are. The important thing is that interests must clash,